Welcome to the Nerd Party.
I'm Darren Moser.
I'm Philip Gilfus.
I'm Daniel Prue.
And this is City Alpha 3. Hello and welcome to City Alpha 3, a Star Trek podcast here on the Nerd Party Network. I'm Darren Moser, joined as always by my fellow Strandies, Philip and Daniel. We're back talking about just Star Trek in general. You know, that show we love so much. Could be TNG, could be ENTVOY.
Yeah, we're a bunch of boys.
I don't know why it's so hard to think of the three-letter acronyms by spelling them out, but it is. So don't do that. But yeah, so Philip got a new king. Good job, sure. Philip. Congratulations on I don't know if you've seen the memes of Supreme Leader Snoke from Star Wars in his gold robe juxtaposed next to the king. But you know, we're so reverent over here in America about that.
Somehow the king has returned.
Yeah, that's basically what they're saying. But yes, so that's an awesome.
Well, you know, it's happening. Interesting because this month, the month of May, has three-day weekends. We have the UK celebrates, or at least is a holiday, May Day. So Monday, May 1st is a holiday every year.
Okay.
There is a bank holiday, so we can just call it a holiday, federal holiday. There's a bank holiday on the 29th, which I forget what, just there is. So there's a 3-day weekend at the end of the month.
Don't ask. They might take it away. Just go with it.
And because of the coronation this weekend, Monday is a holiday. So we have three-day weekends in the month of May. So we are relaxing.
Very good. Very good.
Segue.
What about? Yes. But yeah, so, it's just, unless Daniel has something as interesting as a coronation that's happening in his life, he's like, don't even look at me. Don't even. No, that's as we're trying to transition back to general Trek talk here on City Alpha 3, now that the fires of current programming have cooled for a temporary moment. I wanted to talk about relaxing in Star Trek, not watching an episode to be relaxing, because we all know, Philip, what episode would not be your relaxing episode. But no, if you were in the Star Trek universe, where would you go? I mean, everybody says Risa, but that feels like the low-hanging, fruit. And I think Daniel is going to lean towards why would you ever just leave a holodeck? But who knows? Our answers might be different from the other 296 episodes we've recorded together on this show. But yeah, it's interesting where, you think of ships like the Enterprise D, newly refurbished, and many of the other larger starships that had, relaxing facilities. I think, didn't the original Enterprise have like a bowling alley, which feels like, I don't know, it feels like not the best use of, actually, sorry, this is what it makes me think of, when Sisko was back in time and he's like, boy, they really packed him in on these old constitutions. And then he like goes down to the bowling alley that takes up like what could have been, 30 beds, or maybe, something else. There's the gymnasium and the pool. Like this whole deck is just the rec deck. And it's like, yeah. Oh, okay.
Now I want there to be a re-edit of a scene from Trials and Tribulations where, Sisko and Dax are walking down the corridor and you hear, I got to give you the bowling sound. I can't make that with my mouth.
Well, I want to see a scene where it's in so-and-so is like bowling and the ship gets hit and the ball just kind of bounces into the bulkhead and all the pins fall down. He's like, yes, well, red alert. Okay. Getting to stations. And then his station is just like in the wall right there. He's like the rec room director. So his battle station is like right there in the wall.
Now I can see that you go to the bowling alley, concession, get your colored cubes, and then bring it back to your, and then there you go. Now I'm also trying to think. I would have loved to have seen the TOS bowling animations because it was 1968, and by
It's just
80s and 90s,
they don't animate
our
the
technology
ball.
was so advanced.
They make it spin and they just move. Oh, I see what you're saying.
But it would have been so funny to see what their 1960s bowling animation
kind of like what Starship Trooper had that weird like gymnastic jump blitz ball whatever game. Like Futurama has Blurn's ball, like what? So what crazy? I mean, we have like anbo-jyutsu. We've talked about those kinds of things before. The ultimate. Sorry,
just imagine like a light bright
anbo-jyutsu, the ultimate in martial arts. Yeah, maybe they're playing Parishi squares. It's a new thing. I don't know.
Well, and it does make me, and I'm sure you're actually trying to start a topic. It does make me think of the motion picture Rec Room, which was weird. I mean. If we're gonna
it was like what 3 decks high. It was huge. It was a massive space.
It's like here's our. I'm trying to remember because it was. I think the most famous thing from that scene. Correct me if I'm wrong. Was the Enterprises?
Right. The little pictures,
the ring ship, which we never talk about. But it had like not a pool, but like it looks like a pool in the middle of it. Like it's
like a little water feature, and
like a black rectangle, and then the boards, and it was Ilea's game, and I forget how you even played it.
Yeah, it didn't, for a room that tall, I was expecting more like tube slides from the upper decks or something to utilize the space more, because they all really could have just been on the first. It could have been on one deck, and then they have a holographic ceiling that makes it feel like a large room. I mean, that's
Daniel.
Future.
Is he describing Hogwarts?
Yeah, kind of. Well, that was Enchanted, but yeah, close enough. Same way.
Enchanted, holographic. It's all magic to Da Vinci. So
that's right. It is.
Yeah. And then you have like the Arboretum in the Enterprise D as well, which looks a little bigger from the outside than the inside, but maybe that's obviously it's just set limitations. But
I feel like the argument, and Daniel, I suppose we're going to call you the holodeck expert. How real is real? Like, in other words, the argument might be, well, why would you have an arboretum? You could just go to the holodeck to have a bunch of plants. But like, is it because the arboretum is real? I'm hand quoting real plant. I mean, it is real. There's no hand quotes. It's real plants. And so like you can smell, I'm sure it's very nice to be in that kind of an area. Whereas you do the holodeck area full of plants, like, is it as real? Like, does it
have smell-o-vision?
Does it arose by any other name? But you know what I'm saying? Is there a touch of artificiality that like if I blindfolded you and put you in the holodeck without telling you, would you know?
I think, based on what we're given information on the show itself, that you would not be able to tell. But there are people who like Ben Sisko's dad, who are hipsters, and they refuse to use replicators or holodecks or anything like that. So I just think that there are people who are just averse to it, but by every indication, they seem to tell us that it's the same sort of technology that's being used in the transporters and the replicators to do the holodeck stuff. So there are plants when you go in there. It's obviously not all real. A lot of it, some of it's projection and stuff like that, but there are things there with you that it just creates for you temporarily. So
now I think it really comes down to, hey, should we go to the Arboretum or the holodeck? Well, which one has like a safety feature that might be disabled? I feel safer in the room that's just a room. It's not going to accidentally kill you. If the power turns off, the plants are going to come alive and accidentally try to kill you. It seems a little safer.
Is like the holodeck Arboretum, is it like Dave and Buster's? Like if you're under 21, you have to be, so like the Arboretum is like, that's where you take your kids. And you have to be over 21 to go to the holodeck.
It would seem pointless to recreate the Arboretum in the holodeck if you have an actual Arboretum, especially since it takes you just as long to go to the Arboretum than to the holodeck.
I mean, I guess the argument is, why have an Arboretum, though?
But, well, okay, because you could also get other benefits out of the Arboretum other than recreating in a holodeck. Like, they could eat the food and they could study this thing.
I mean, you could also talk about if the power is out or there's an emergency, you know, I mean, I think of in Aliens where Ripley sits in that kind of climate simulator, which isn't really a simulator, it's more like a wall and a couple of plants around it, but it's the same effect of, just as humans, we love Earth. We love being outdoors and feeling like we're outdoors and around plants and greenery. And we kind of need a dose of that every once in a while.
Touch grass is what we say in this country.
Yeah. No, that's not what we say. That's a bad saying, but.
No, it was like you have to touch grass every now and then. Like, in other words,
okay. That's
be outside, in other words, every now and then. Well, like it's in Equinox, parts 1 and 2. Ransom has that poor man's holodeck that he uses to sort of stand by the beach,
That's right. It's the little I think it's like a little thing goes behind his ear or something and
definitely not the game. It's different. It's different.
You shouldn't be doing that on the bridge, though. Either way, you shouldn't. That would seem to be distracting.
Okay, I'm going to take by
the first name. So.
It's like, Captain, we're in the middle of a red alert. Like, this
you
is
can't
not
play your video games on the bridge.
Don't tell me what to do. You're not my mom.
It sounds like a twisted make it better paradigm where basically like, okay, let's say the self-destruct is set on a ship, so it automatically activates holo emitters on the bridge to make it look like a tropical paradise for the last remaining seconds of your life before you die. Like,
I mean,
what?
I don't want to bring it up, but according to Picard season 3, the holodeck is the wait for death chamber. So,
yeah.
I mean, it kind of is, or it might kill you on its own. It's a very, I mean, the Arboretum is looking better and better. It has a lot of advantages that the holodeck does not.
Well, if your ship has space for one, then you should definitely get one installed.
Now, here's some bridge protocol question. So you're setting course to Omicron Theta 4, engage warp 5. It's going to take, 8 hours to get there. You're a helmsman or an ops officer or whatever, and there's not much to do. Are you allowed to play a game on your console?
I mean, these are the real questions, because I think we've all wondered this every once in a while. Like, imagine a shot.
The person at Science 2, are they like,
well, no, that's a good question, because imagine, it's a shot of the show and they're like, engage, warp 5. And then imagine that shot just holds for 5 minutes and everyone's just sitting in their chairs, like random little beeps. Like, this is one of the things where I feel other shows, like, I love the bridge. Bridge is fun. But you look at something like Battlestar Galactica or something with an actual kind of like CNC, it feels like there's always something to do. Like, there's not enough people on the bridge. There's not enough stations. Like, you should be balancing reactor loads and working on personnel. Like, it should be a nerve center of activity. And it is more like the room where we push the button to make the ship go. Like, it is, but to answer your question, Philip, yeah, it's like, okay, let's say you're at your station, so you're ready to react in a moment's notice. Could you not pull up on your e-reader on your little screen and just read a book or something, or like you said, or play a game? I mean, it doesn't sound like it would be wise if everybody was playing a game at the same time, but it's
I have a
weird.
suspicion when the captain goes to his or her ready room, is the captain like, engage? All right, I'll be in my ready room. Are they going to go play a game? Or B, when they leave, does the bridge officer crew play a game? Or C, do both of them do it? And none of them wants to admit. Like, the captain's like, ha, ha, ha.
Or like, if you're on night shift, which apparently, like,
it's 2 people on duty, like,
it's
like turn the lights off.
Because, the Romulans are like, well, we can't attack now. It's like 1 a.m. for them. So we got to wait until the A shift comes on at, 600 hours. I don't know. What do you think, Daniel? Do you think they have, like,
is solitaire installed on the helm?
Chill. Yeah. It's solitaire on the helm.
No, I don't think so.
Playing Minesweeper.
I think their job is important enough that that there's plenty of stuff that they can do even during the downtime. Whether it's like, maybe they'll get out some Windex and clean the console, or
get that wood nice and shiny.
I think you touched on it though, Daniel. Like, you were joking about, the Windex and whatever, but I think that's another aspect that makes some things in Star Trek feel less real, is the lack of maintenance. Like, in general, if I'm trying to picture like a battle cruiser or something like in our time, like a battleship, you got a huge crew and they're constantly like cleaning things, maintaining things, replacing things, repairing things. We don't see any of that in Star Trek. It's either the systems are all self-maintaining. It's so advanced, a crew of 7 people could run this entire ship from the bridge with minimal, staffing and needs. But yeah, it kind of takes away from the realness in a way.
Imagine if there was ever a scenario where they had literally 7 people.
That's what I'm saying. One
giant galaxy class. And they start doing crazy, crazy, crazy things with that ship that has never been seen before. It'd just be weird, is all I'm saying. It's almost like, why did you have 999 other people on the ship with you?
Well, some of those were families, okay? Some were families doing absolutely nothing.
There was the person maintaining the Arboretum. That's
right.
Yeah. This is little
Guinan in her bar.
This little sand rake.
You have to have at least 3 to 4 waiters. And that's per shift, really. So,
what's that one we saw? Jeffrey? Was that his name? I can't remember his name.
No, Ben. That was Ben. Darren's enemy. Yeah.
Yes. Gosh. So, okay. So you're voting no. And I mean, that makes sense, though, Daniel. Because you do have shifts. You do have it's like you need to be checking on stuff on your computer. It just it's funny that we would never have a shot of that because it would literally be like in silence, like beep 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 beep. Like people go to sleep to that sound. That's not that's not exactly prime television.
And it's the beep beeping. Like you could be playing a game and doing that, and it sounds like he's working.
Wait, although Riker is kind of like, wait, beep 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 beep. That's a game.
That's Galaga.
Yeah.
Now, Chief O'Brien, on the other hand, we know from some webcomics on the internet that he gets he definitely has plenty of time to do things.
Now, Mr. O'Brien, what do you have? What? I was in the John for a second. What's going on?
I mean, I would walk into the a shot of them walking, and this can be any show, Voyager, walking to the transporter room, and there's like a pile of novels next to the transporter console, and the person's like, oh, okay, I'm ready. They just standing there the whole time, just bored out of their mind.
Well, and then it also makes me think like every station on the ship should have like one monitor that's always on, and it's just a wide angle camera that's at the top of the bridge aimed forward, just so people know what's going on in general. Like, oh, hey, again, talking about, Ensign Bowling League, is getting, why are the pins shaking? Oh, we're at red alert. Oh, I didn't realize, or is a yellow alert? Like no one gets alerted below,
But we were just doing 35. Laser bowling. I thought that was an effect.
Laser bowling. Yeah. Well, and I mean, you notice how on the bridge that it's like a very managerial setup. There's the captain in the middle, and he can see everybody's console just by turning around in his chair. Everything's facing him, so no one can be secretly on their game.
And I think that is
except for Worf is blocked. He can't see.
I was going to say that's an evolution of bridge design, where like in the 23rd century, the captain could just swing around that, and he could see, or she could see everything that's going on. 24th century, they can only see in front of them, because even Janeway could only see in front of her. She's not seeing like behind and over there and over there.
Or the NX-01, everybody's consoles are facing them. The only thing the captain can see is Travis in front of him.
Well, that's even worse because it's all tactile. You can't play any games on the NX-01.
Yeah, no.
They just plug in your retro Game Boy into the slot and be like,
the only one who could play without us noticing is the science officer, because they just look in their thing.
That's true.
Boy, what research are you doing to Paul?
Watching
you're
YouTube.
Constantly looking. Yeah.
Hoshi's listening to a podcast on her little trans.
I mean,
I'm holding.
Like, how's that transmission, Jose? What? Oh yeah, mute.
Pause. Switch channel.
She's got two ears in. One is recreational, and one is the open comm channel.
And then I think because it's just sticking with shipwide stuff. So like I'm trying to think of what else we see. We see the phaser bolts. It's kind of training. I don't know if that's recreation per se. I mean, I suppose it's a game, but it's not really.
It's learning pseudo gun range, as it were.
But what's the racket ball?
Because
Janeway and 7 would play that.
Yeah, and so did Bashir and
they were playing
Miles.
springball, right?
Springball. That's what it is,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, it's just
Still got some
it doesn't have
futuristic
some.
naming
I thought it did too, and I'm like, wait, I think it's just. I think it's just springball. Yeah,
but then again, they at least on DS9,
futuristic rackets, normal balls.
So DS9, you tell me because you've watched this. So on DS9, they have a springball court. So Daniel, if I remember correctly, that was a Cardassian station. So you're telling me Cardassians are big springball people?
Come on.
Are you telling me the Federation's like, we haven't fixed anything, but we're putting in a springball court first thing?
I mean,
I think it's the latter. It's got to be the latter.
Yeah, it's an easy enough conversion. That's a very
What was it
small-
before?
It was probably like a mining reclamation.
Yeah. It was an ore distribution room, or
It was
whatever.
probably that. Yeah.
Was that like the Cardassian torture room? And they're like, we'll turn it into a springball court. And the George are like, well, I'm not ever playing in there. So
I am just now picturing the Cardassians like with their head, with like a white sports band on their head, playing racquetball.
Cardassians love springboard. I don't know what to tell you.
I really want to see that now, but
it just feels very like American, aka Federation. They're like, what should we put in
but
here?
you
Like
did
some kind
have
of sensor thing? Or, no, let's just put in a springboard court.
But on DS9, you also did have the holo suites. Those were always there.
Right? 2, 1.
I get the feeling there's a whole lot. Like,
Yeah, I don't know if they ever say that like a number, but D6-9, honestly, if we're talking relaxation, that's where you're going to want to go. It's got a mall there.
Got the Replimat, which it always sounds cool. They always talk about it, but we never go there.
Yeah,
it's like the place that goes against Quarks.
Then begs like, now this is having me make.
They got a casino. I mean, come on.
This makes me rethink a lot of things because I think when I'm thinking about DS9 now, you sort of think of it with a Federation cloak, not a cloak, but a Federation prism. They're like, oh, holosuite, of course, we have holodecks, but it's a Cardassian station, so it's a Cardassian holosuite. So then my question would be, what programs were preloaded in that?
Well, you know what? So Quark was there during the occupation.
I mean, Quark would have been running them.
I think he probably installed them. They're probably his.
That's true.
So I don't.
He's got to maintain, and he has to maintain them himself.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So,
but like they weren't doing casinos. Like, what are Cardassian holodeck holosuite programs?
That's true. Well, they had what was it? That hot sauna room, the hot rock room that Garrick and Zial lay on. That was probably there.
So you know what? That was the springball court. It was just a hot rock room.
Another. And they had to move it to the holosuite.
We don't need 2 hot rock rooms, okay, guys? It's totally superfluous on this now Federation and Bajoran station.
There's only one.
So one's getting taken out. We're putting in the springball court, and no one's going to stop us. And then it just goes all there like, Ducat, do you object to that? He's talking to Air. Yeah. He's like, no, Ducat doesn't say anything. So hot rock room out.
Oh my God. I love the idea of just walking into the room and there's just a bunch of Cardassians laying there like
lizards, just like,
that'd be so funny. Oh man.
Now, so does that mean Empok Nor has 2 hot rock rooms because it didn't get remodeled? Wait, that's what they really had to go. That's why Garrick went with them. He's like, wait, I need to get the backup heating module from Empok Nor for the hot rock room in DS9. It's a critical site. Who knows? Who cares that many people die?
He's the only one that uses that room anymore.
It's so true.
Shipwide stuff. I can't think. There's the phaser dots, spring or whatever it's called. Holodecks, obviously.
There's Parisi squares. No, there's the one.
No,
there's the one mysterious. We see. Yeah, that is to say we don't see it, but we see him like dressed for it.
Anbo-jyutsu, like you said.
Anbo-jyutsu, yeah.
The one time. I wonder, like, is it? Like, does no one ever use it? Like, for the other 6 seasons of TNG Wars is just a hotbed of Anbo-jyutsu and we just never see it? Or is it just like nobody ever uses it?
Well, also there's the...
Because it's a huge galaxy class and
the Worf's calisthenic course, which is in
the gym.
It's a very small gym, but yeah. At least Enterprise had like a legitimate gym with like a treadmill and actual exercise equipment.
I was just watching, like you said, Enterprise. I was just watching the episode where Hoshi thinks she's going invisible because she was in the transporter. But they have the what do you call it? It's like the Tucker was in it.
Stairmaster.
No, like he's going. Oh, like the astronaut
rings.
Training,
the spinny rings. Why would you have that? Oh gosh, that seems so dumb.
I mean, I feel like it's too late at that point. You do that to get ready to go on the.
Yeah, I was going to say that doesn't
XO1.
exercise anything. It's like, let's pretend we're in 0G, or just go outside because we're in space.
Get to the sweet spot. That'll.
No, I knew you were going to bring up the sweet spot.
Well, I just I was thinking about that. Do you think there's a room where they turn off the artificial gravity, and you can just kind of go in there and just...
That'd be cool, right?
I mean, you technically have that ability in almost any room.
Right.
Or maybe, or actually special, because like when Bashir does that adjustment for that lady, it sounds like it's not that they can't do it, they have to just kind of... It's not like... Patrols. Yeah, it's like you don't have every deck built to just instantly turn off a room, but you can make that... Like, right. Enterprise, the Enterprise D had like special suites for VIPs that you could adjust the environmental controls.
Entire decks. You could.
Yeah.
I'll just say on an XO1 when there's that season 1, I think, where Archer's floating in the shower.
Oh yeah. Well, yeah, but that was a malfunction.
Involved.
Yeah.
But it could happen, in other words. If
that'd be cool, right? You go in there. We haven't talked about in the Enterprise D is the aquarium.
Oh, you mean where the porpoises are?
Yeah, where the dolphins are. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they would call it.
Ops.
Yeah, I was gonna say, this is our place of business.
Aquarium's like a prison. is that like the brig for the dolphins?
You're going to the aquarium.
Yeah,
but it could double as an aquarium. I mean, right?
I can see it. True. Like, you turn on the force field and then, like, fill it with water, and then, like, you have to, like, beam them in there.
So, wait. So, some, like, Starfleet ensign is, like, swimming in the cetacean ops because they think it's, like, the pool. Are they, like, Jim, hey, we're working here. Like, you're literally, like, what are you doing? Well, I was remembering in the Ship of the Line book, which I haven't talked about in a while. But I think this is on the E. But they also when they were fighting some Klingons that were trying to take over the ship, they did an adjustment where they altered the gravity plating, not to make them float, but to make the deck feel like it was at like a 45-degree incline. So they were literally sliding down the corridor into whatever room they wanted. I'm like, that's clever. I think gravity plating should be used more for subduing people. I think it would be a lot of fun.
You would literally instantly incapacitate them. You can't do anything.
You turn it off and they're just floating now. Yeah. And and then you make it like really heavy and so they're pinned to the ground.
I know this doesn't really count as recreation, but like I was just thinking about this. With 10 Forward or whatever, crew lounge, whatever you want to call it. But
you mean the Earth bar that just happened to be called 10 Forward? Sorry, no.
Pretty much. But like I'm thinking like an Enterprise, it makes sense. You can only get your food from there. But like past the 23rd century, like you have a replicator in your room, and I'm not saying people are antisocial, but like if you could have your meal in your room, you just have your meal in your room and be like, I'm going to go see what everyone else is doing. Like,
I like how whenever like Molly
watch
or something
TV
is upset about having to clear her plate, I'm like, you just take it and put it in the replicator, push a button. Like, there's no dishes. There's like, that's what the Federation eradicated was dishes, and we appreciate it. No, that's a good point. Like, or even you could have the best of both worlds. See what I did? When Riker is cooking, why not just replicate all the ingredients and then cook? Like, or is that sacrilege to Cisco's?
But see, then I guess that goes to my question: can you really tell a difference between food? Because we hear people say they can.
Wait. It's even more sinister. I'm sorry. I'm just thinking of it more. I'm thinking of Cisco's.
Yep.
If he's cooking, then like how he hates replicators, then I'm assuming everything on his menu has to either be farmed or like, there's got to be cows somewhere if you're having beef or fish. Milk. Or like, so where's that coming from, Cisco? Where's that coming from?
I mean, we can even go to Picard. I mean, that guy's doing all that work to make that wine that you could just be like, boop, 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 wine.
Yeah. I mean, I think there's some element of society which seems to kind of hold on to these old things, and I think it's fine. I had the same question, right? Because there's the episode where Jake goes to the restaurant, and it's like he has people that are like wait staff and like busboys and stuff, and it's like, well, why nobody wants you if you didn't have to do that, we wouldn't do that. So
no, the busboys are earning money to. Oh wait, hold on, that's not right.
Well, the busboys, I kind of get it.
For the love of busing, that's why they're doing it.
But there's a part of me that gets it though, because think about it. That, like, we all know really extroverted people who like love interacting with new people every day.
Ben.
And if they, for the minimal amount of effort of bussing a table or taking orders and getting to chat with everybody who comes through from whatever planet, like that actually sounds really enjoyable to them. Like,
and since we've never seen any,
and then his son
theater,
has to be the one who peels the potatoes and all that.
But if you could just,
that's true.
If you could just go to a place that generates food and still have conversations with people, you're probably not going to do all that extra work to do it. It just doesn't.
You can't tell me little Jake, Lil apostrophe Jake, didn't like sneak off to a replicator, get the potatoes. Well done, Grandpa.
Yeah. No, he did once, and then Cisco took it and like took a bite, and he's like, Cisco, like he knew, he would know.
What's his middle name? Do we know? Jake something Cisco.
I don't know what Jake's.
I know Ben's Lafayette. Ben's
Lafayette. I don't know
Jake.
I'll find out.
Jake, I'm a reporter. Cisco.
Cisco.
Jaco. Yeah. No, I mean, now we're getting into how much of economies get wrecked once you add replicators.
But I think then that goes to our outside of the ship or space station. Why have a pleasure planet when ships have holodecks?
Well, I mean, you also have the fact, I guess, that it's not like Starfleet are the only ones going to Risa.
That's true.
So, I mean, think of any freighter or whatever. Like, you don't have a holodeck. I think the hard thing is, in the grand scheme, is we're basing almost a lot of this off of the Enterprise D, which is the pinnacle ship, flagship. It has the most advanced holodeck. So I'm sure there's less advanced holodecks that you can totally feel fake. And it has the most advanced replicators. And there's other replicators that are more like, yeah, it's like, okay, it does the same 20 meals, but there's no variety. So I'd rather cook with stuff, or it can't do ingredients, or it can't do whatever, or it only does ingredients and you still have to cook everything. So we're basing it off of like everybody's got an Enterprise D in their pocket, and that level of stuff, when that could not be the case. It might not be the case.
Yeah. Well,
but yeah, but to answer your question on the planet, I'd say it's just because there's other ships out there. There's other
but then I guess,
species and places.
Would I can see some benefit. In other words, I would just interrupt my thought. Would Risa, in a polite way, be like, well, we don't serve Starfleet because y'all don't pay. Now it could be like, we'll let some people come.
I'd say they have an agreement. They have an agreement. You protect us from being taken over as a military force. I mean, exploratory force that is Starfleet, and we'll let some of your people down on shore leave. Because I don't know, maybe Archer made one of those deals. Like when he first visited the planet, he's like, it's going to be like a 1,000-year deal, that like never gets reneged on.
Because I did like the retcon of Enterprise. Well, in as much as I did, that it was kind of a cool thing of like, DePaul actually suggests, hey, seems like the crew needs some relaxation. There's this planet called Risa. And I do also like how they spend like 3 or 4 or 5 episodes going to Risa. Like the next episode's like, oh, we're going to Risa, and then they get interrupted, and then like the next episode is
going to Risa. Is the first Spock shuttle of Star Trek.
It's kind of cute little. It's like small continuity, which I think is cool. Like it just lets you know, yeah, we're on our way to something. You do your little NX-01 map of every episode.
Yeah.
But anyway, but then when they get there, it's a mix of like hotel cruise. It's like a cruise on land. It's a resort, obviously. But yeah, Archer just stays in his little apartment and reads, and has a weird.
I mean, it makes the most sense for the NX-01 crew because they're literally on a submarine. Like, it is not. It is cramped. Archers
They get movie night
all the
though.
time. And you
Public
gotta
access movie
somewhere.
night. Yep.
Where? Yeah, I was gonna say. Well, but not everyone. What do they have like different showing times? Because not everyone's fitting in that room. That's they don't have a giant.
You never met.
bay.
Well, I did see. Now, I believe there was one movie night where people were watching it not in the room. So, like, they had it on their.
It was like broadcast
in their quarters.
Oh,
basically.
That's kind of cool. I don't remember seeing that, but that makes sense.
Experience.
Yeah.
It's
like, it's just like watching a movie on Zoom. It's not quite the same.
Who picks movie night on
Captain?
NX-01?
Obviously,
he doesn't care. I don't.
Yeah,
You've never seen Archer. Now that I say this because I'm watching it, I don't think I've ever seen Archer at movie night.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
It's not small.
I mean, maybe he doesn't go on purpose though, so it's something for the crew. And they don't feel like, because, it's like when your boss is there, while you're trying to watch a movie, like you can't really unwind. I'd say Phlox gets to choose like half the time. It's like, oh, I've never seen this. It's going to tell me about human, mating rituals. It's like,
now that I'm thinking about it.
It's called Time at Ridgemont High, Phlox. It doesn't going to tell you anything.
Because based on the commentary from different people watching it, it doesn't seem like they chose the movie. So, like, I've seen, like, Reed or Trip or Phlox or even Travis.
Maybe
like,
the computer. Maybe the AI of the computer decides what they should be watching.
Yep.
It's Admiral Forrest.
And they're doing it chronologically, which is why they're always stuck in the 1950s and 60s.
Yeah. You can watch the whole library. Yeah.
Yeah. We got a long mission. We're just going to...
So it turns out Jake's middle name is never said on the show.
Oh.
It is mentioned in one book, so take that for what it's worth, but it's Isaac.
Jaco Isaac Sisko. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, when the as the fall of World War III, the Disney Corporation pushed public domain out like 200 years, so that's why they can only watch things in the 50s and 60s and in the year. Yeah, who knows?
What is the most, and I'm sure there's an answer to this, what is the most recent pop culture they have watched in Star Trek that we have seen?
Ooh. It always feels like it's black and white stuff. Like, it doesn't feel
I'm not counting Sabotage as music. I'm talking about TV or movies. Yeah. So, I'm probably not off the top of your head. But anyway, just something to think about. It's the most recent thing we've seen. Well, and I'm not counting this. Obviously, Voyager did watch 90s soap operas. When they were in 1990s, but I'm not counting that.
Well, they were in the 90s when they did.
Yes, we're watching soap operas.
Oh, no, I guess it doesn't count. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Are they now going to be talking about Winnie the Pooh on the next Star Trek?
See, I want to know.
Coming, baby.
I'm kind of curious, like, are there emulators on the holodeck for like playing old holodeck adventures that are like not quite as advanced?
Do you have to like...
Yeah, it's like you can definitely tell it's a wall. It feels more like the Volume, where it's like I feel like I'm in a 30-foot room, but everything's going to happen in this 30-foot room. So it's all, it's not grainy. It's just retro holodeck.
Move
adventure.
As much.
Yeah.
Blurs.
Yeah. When you go to the room or to the door, you open it and then everything goes black and then comes back up and then you're in the new room. Like it's, it loads one room at a time. There's no follow through.
Nobody tells you there's a button that you have to press to run. Just old stuff.
Yeah, like exactly.
So, yeah.
Stop.
It's like, is that Captain Jill? I know he looks so pixelated from over here. I can't even tell. Resolution on these old models was terrible. There's no smells. It's all.
It's in black and white.
We did do an episode
256 colors
years ago about each character and how they relax. But because apparently, Archer obviously is not doing on the NX-01, but obviously big water polo guy because they tried to make that happen. But obviously he's not getting a game in. I don't know what they call it.
Swim.
Yeah. No pool in that NX-01. Maybe in the refit they put the pool in finally. But yeah. But as far as like the Shore Leaf planet, are they still using that in the 24th century?
Is that the one with the Easter Bunny?
Yeah. Or Alice in Wonderland.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, Alice in Wonderland.
Wasn't it the self-appointed Shore Leaf planet where like they're saying like the planet itself were saying, yes, come here. And then it was like terrible. Like it wasn't a good idea to go there.
Was and I've kind of forgotten what happened. There was obviously the TAS sequel.
That's right.
Which I forget what happened. But
yeah, I forget too. Of the 22 episodes in that series, I forgot that one. But yeah, okay. Well, I think we've covered most of the ships or planets or stations.
Well, we did not talk about the Edo. Great planet, guys.
That's true.
And I just feel like there's some games that I haven't yet learned to play there.
Yeah, no, I do like the thought of Archer adding a water polo in the added section of the refit of the. It's like, sir, we don't have the room for it now. Look, we got tons of room. We like doubled our space.
I want there to be like there's this much space on deck, whatever, in the engineering hall that a captain gets to pick. So like that bowling alley was, well, I don't know if it was Kirk's pick or Pike's pick or even Robert April's pick. Like I don't know how original to the ship.
There's like a fun module and they got to pick which one they want to plug in.
First captain gets to pick. So that was Robert April, big bowling guy. So they make Enterprise A. What would Jim Kirk have put in? Horses. There you go.
Yeah. Or maybe
it's like a whole bunch of mechanical bulls or something silly like that.
A rock wall.
Yeah.
Like 0G bowling where it's like more like a cannon that shoots down like a zero gravity tube to a bunch of pins at the end. I don't know what they do. But.
Yeah, that's the question. What each captain would have put in. You know,
yeah,
so like
I'm trying to think.
What did Rachel Garrett say for the Enterprise C? What did Harriman ask for the Enterprise B? Because got a lot of room in that one.
Well, Harriman didn't get his installed yet till Tuesday, so it didn't matter.
He's a big backgammon guy, so
could be. Yeah,
I don't know.
Basketball court.
Just
there. Now they played. Yeah. Was it the one time on Enterprise they did play basketball?
It was like in the sand, or was
cargo bay? Isn't the cargo bay or it was something where like
they also play volleyball on a planet, don't they?
Oh yeah,
no, they played lacrosse.
No,
like a version.
No, I think it was volleyball. Oh, was it? Maybe I'm.
Yeah, wrong. They all take off their shirts and stuff, and they get all.
It was lacrosse. It was like it was alien lacrosse, but that's what it was really.
Oh, was it?
It was actually Daniel. Well, and Darren. Reminds me of the Battlestar Galactica game. You know that whatever game they played.
No, what was it called?
Oh yeah, they have some sry-fi name for it,
but it reminds me more of that because it was sort of like, which is I think it was the same thing on Alien Lacrosse.
Triad,
because Anders
and BSG. Was it's like a triangle
on the team.
Yeah.
Like he was like a professional or whatever it was. Yeah.
It's like you bringing a pro running back on your Enterprise. It's like, well, you never know if we have to go up against some other aliens. It might be he's also into botany, so he could double as that officer,
But I think with Starfleet, I mean more 24th century, but you can go 23rd as well. Like things like Voyager or anyway. So the concept is these folks, Starfleet people, are going to be out. So do we put wreck stuff on the ship or do we allow them to go to planets or shore-leave planets? So like, are there designated Federation shore-leave planets? I mean, obviously,
or even stations with like, go to a station with a holodeck. Like,
yeah, I mean, you wouldn't
every ship
should have fun time.
Right. Yeah. Stations would because they have the space available.
Like K7. What one of those cones has got to be like all the fun party. That's the
arcade
Dave and Buster's
game. Yeah, Dave and Buster's. Yeah. In space dock, what is in the fun zone?
What is it?
Is it in the bottom part?
The blacklight mini golf. Got to have that.
There you go.
No way.
Laser tag.
It would be at the top. You would have you'd have the best view.
Oh.
You'd be able to see the rest of the station. Like that big spire. You go up there and there's a restaurant up there, and it's like the Space Needles type of thing. Yeah, definitely.
They have a couple of escape rooms, maybe.
Oh yeah, for sure. They have multi-purpose rooms that they can turn into springball courts. And
well, in K7 though, they did have that restaurant or where the main room they go to, like with the bar. Fights. Yeah, for bar fights. Yeah, which is obviously there. So that, yeah, there's.
I mean, 3D chess. We haven't talked enough about that. I mean, that's
Lots of board games. So.
What's the kids' game with the
Connect 4?
Yeah, well, but like that's Seven
Kalto?
played with. Thank you, guys. Not Kalto.
yeah.
That's the Vulcan game. Squad. That's not it, but it's something like that.
Catascot.
Coscot. Yes.
Which is like place random shape on board and then say Catascot. Like, I don't know. I don't know.
And we can't forget the game that Data played with his fingers.
Oh, Stratagema.
Yeah. Which was also very
That's
silly.
a nerd game.
Yeah.
That is a nerd game.
No, it's like I am a third level grandmaster strategist. Nobody cares, Bob. Nobody cares. Like nobody else on this entire ship plays this. Nobody cares.
Diplomacy with me.
It's the same thing. They're just trying to teach aliens, and they're like, we only got 3 fingers. Like we can't play Stratagema.
And that's like the Ferengi game that Boimler likes. And oh my god, I forgot his name.
Oh, yeah.
Like supply.
It's like logistics and supply acquisitions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's yeah. Well, God, the one from Deep Space Nine too. What's it called?
Oh, Dabo.
No, there's Dabo, but the one where it's basically poker, but it's like pass. You have to like, oh God,
yeah,
I can't remember what it's called.
Tonga. It's close to that.
Tonga.
It is
Tonga.
Yeah.
I just Googled. Yep.
Dabo and Tonga. Like there's 2 games at Quarks.
Oh, guys, just because I Googled Ferengi games and Tonga came up. But what else came up? And I don't know why we haven't mentioned it. Dom-Jot.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, good old
human play Dom-Jot.
Yeah, Dom-Jot. Well, I mean, you could rig the table so easily. It's not even fun. Yeah, which is basically what, like some sort of billiards, space billiards.
Yeah.
No, that was, I don't remember Tapestry that well. Were they on a Federation starbase or just like a random crap?
No, they were
starbase?
still on Earth, I think.
No, they were on a starbase because they were waiting on starbase, blah, 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 waiting for their first assignment.
Yeah, but it was mostly like Starfleet people there, but it was,
But so
I don't picture 3 Nausicaans walking on Earth like killing.
Why would Nausicaans be on a Federation star? I mean, they can do whatever they want.
I think it was just a base, yeah.
But it's like Farpoint Station. We're just gonna chill out there.
But yeah, no, and but no, like you said, I should get back to Lower Decks because you had that, and then you also had the Klingon Challenge pseudo in Lower Decks as well. Remember that they play?
Well, imagine.
Oh yes, yes.
With it's not called that, but it's called.
But that's what it was.
It was what it was. Yeah.
Yes. Not
Imagine,
Martok.
Yeah, that's right. No. Imagine, like if you instead of having those like ginormous quarters like on the Enterprise D, if you had to stay in a hallway like they do in Lower Decks next to all your other Lower Decks mates, you would probably need some relaxation away from other people.
That's true. Point. That's true.
Mm-hmm. That's why you got to make lieutenant.
That's right. Quarters, yeah.
And it's corn, guys. Sorry, it happens a lot.
Street corn. Every time you see it, that's what it is.
All right. Well, that was a fun and relaxing time talking about a lot of the different ways to relax in the Star Trek universe. Philip, if someone wanted to talk to you about just that, that timeshare you have on Risa and how often you're able to go, well, where would they find you?
I'd rather they didn't talk to me. I'm trying to read my book here, trying not to be disturbed. But if you must, they can find me at NC Public Servant.
And Daniel, if someone wanted to talk to you about your retro emulator for the holodeck, so it plays at 8-bit resolution, very sharp walls.
You can play the game.
Find you?
They can find me at What Up Dan. That's the number 1, not the word.
And if someone wanted to talk to me about how Kirk is a jerk, then they can go to drsci-fi.com. I'm Darren Moser.
I'm Philip Gelfus.
I'm Daniel Brew.
Stranded here, but it's fun on City Alpha 3.